physical anomaly, one of the all-time greatest to ever step foot in the ring.
Part of some of the greatest moments in sports entertainment history. Seven, 4, 520 pounds.
There is no one like Andre.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
Matches like this rarely end inside the ring, which is what makes them so unpredictable.
Between his sprint to the ring and shaking of the ropes, I'm surprised the Ultimate Warrior is still going at top speed.
It's all about the Warriors in the crowd tonight, providing an unending supply of support for the Ultimate Warrior in the ring. Jarring impact.
What a stomp. Good grief.
Real quick, in case we have any newbies watching, a Falls Count Anywhere match means that this contest can literally end anywhere. Simple, right? Even Saxton can understand those rules. Oh, right to the side of the face.
Right in the mouth.
Relent.
Enough already. Right in the mouth.
Relent.
This can't be legal.
Totally ruthless, but effective.
In describing this match, Corey, you said it can end anywhere, which means we could see this match conclude in the ring, the stands, the locker room. Heck, it could even end outside the streets.
And on top of that, it's worth noting that anything is legal in this match, guys. The only rule is there are no rules.
Lifts him up. What incredible power from the military press slam.
But he's got to capitalize now.
That is a huge opportunity for the Ultimate Warrior.
Corey, I consider myself to be hip and down with any current lingo, but I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what Ultimate Warrior is talking about half the time.
I'll tell you this, whatever Warrior's saying doesn't matter. It's just energetic and fun. I say we should all just fuel the spaceship with the rocket fuel and enjoy the ride. Maybe even Saxton could let himself be trampled by the raging elephants.
Oh, this might be it.
Oh, my.
Can he finish the job?
On the topic,
Feel the power of the Ultimate Warrior.
this could be it.
And the champ kicks out.
He's not giving up that easy. The Ultimate Warrior is acting like the ultimate showboat right now.
Just punched him right in the mouth.
Relent.
What separates the Ultimate Warrior from everyone else is the endless amount of energy we all see on display when he enters the ring. You know, most opponents see that as wasted energy and even strategize to use it against the Warrior.
Contrary to the strategy Byron mentioned against the Ultimate Warrior, I see his entrance as a strength. Think about it. If you're watching a wild man barreling towards you at full speed, you wouldn't know what to expect.
Well, anytime you enter a ring with the Ultimate Warrior, you're entering a world close to parts unknown. If you think getting the Warrior blown up is going to be your key to success, be prepared to get run over.
Let's hope, for his sake, that he can keep performing at this level. It's a tall order.
Oh, right in the face.
Destroyed.
Let's hope, for his sake, that he can keep performing at this level. The tall order.
Well, guys, the referee should have it relatively easy here tonight because, as you know, in a Falls Count Anywhere match, anything goes.
Whack! Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat. Whack! Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Hard to argue your take on this match, Michael. When there are no rules to enforce, the official's sole responsibility in a match like this is to simply declare the victor.
Yeah, the referee may only have one job, but I'm still willing to bet he finds a way to mess it up.
Whack! Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Oh, shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap.
Guys, the most important thing for a superstar to remember in a...
His shoulders are down. This isn't where he wants to be, guys.
He needs to get back inside that ring.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
There it is.
Did you hear that crack? Let's hope, for his sake, that he can keep performing at this level. The tall order.
As Byron mentioned, anything goes in this one, which means we're likely to see a liberal use of weaponry here tonight.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Cole, the fact that there's no disqualification also means that anybody can interfere, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You know, I'd say the Falls Count Anywhere match was popularized back in the Attitude Era, but before that, I remember Pat Patterson and Sergeant Slaughter's famous 1981 alley fight, which many consider to be the precursor to Falls Count Anywhere. Given what we've seen so far, I wouldn't at all be surprised if we see a title...
Oh, clobbered by the steps.
That'll make you reassess some things.
As Byron mentioned, the Pat Patterson-Sergeant Slaughter alley fight had many of the elements of a Falls Count Anywhere match. Most notably, I'd say, was the heavy weapon usage.
Yeah, that match had everything from cowboy boots to brass knuckles, but more importantly, weren't you born in 1981, Saxton?
Good point.
Lifts him up.
What incredible power from the Gorilla Press Slam. Man, looked like the champ was down and out for a moment there.
Oh, what a splash.
Are we really?
The champion into the cover. Yes, takes it. That match is worth another look. Here we go.
He ain't messing around. Who could forget this? I remember this part very well. He was on point the entire match, as you can see here.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your Intercontinental and WWE Champion, the Ultimate Warrior.
The shoulders are down for 3, and this one's in the books.
Mark your calendars, gentlemen. We just witnessed a giant be toppled in front of our very eyes.
And I'd say that match certainly lived up to summer.
following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the European Championship.
One of the all-time greats, the Heartbreak Kid. The showstopper, the main event, the Heartbreak Kid.
After missing nearly 4 years with a severe back injury, some doubted we would ever see Michaels in WWE again.
Yeah, here's the thing, Corey. After returning, some say Shawn Michaels is better now than he's ever been.
Certainly a hard point to argue. One of the greatest of all time, Mr. WrestleMania.
Here comes the Kamesh.
Shane O'Mac.
I wonder whose life and career Shane's here to make miserable tonight.
Oh, don't start, Corey.
Commissioner Hothead is out of his mind. Completely unlikable. You know, guys, I talked to some of the members of the Mean Street Posse. They don't want anything to do with Shane O'Mac anymore because he's such an egomaniac.
Introducing the challenger from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Introducing the champion from New York City, weighing in at 235 pounds, he is the European champion, Shane McMahon.
Get ready for some WWE magic. Mark my words, there is no one better under those bright lights in a big match situation than this man. He's the icon, the showstopper, the main event. And Mr. WrestleMania, he's the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Ask any current WWE superstar who their greatest influence is, and you'll find the Heartbreak Kid high on that list.
It's probably because HBK has a reputation for always stealing the show every time he entered the ring. Something the current era strive for every night. When it comes to Falls Count Anywhere matches, for my money, there are few better than the November 2016 battle between Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks.
He's going for it all.
On the mark.
Speaking of that classic Charlotte-Sasha encounter Corey mentioned, we should add that it was the first time ever that the Women's Championship changed hands in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
And guys, I will never forget the image of Charlotte tapping out to that unique bank statement in the crowd, surrounded by the WWE Universe.
Shoulder breaker.
Ooh, what impact. How do you think Shane McMahon could unleash substantial punishment right now?
man.
I'm not sure how much more he has to give.
Real quick, in case we have any newbies watching, a Falls Count Anywhere match means that this contest can literally end anywhere. Simple, right? Even Saxton can understand those rules.
Incoming.
Oh, nasty impact.
Super kick! Just when you thought he had nothing left.
In describing this match, Corey, you said it can end anywhere, which means we could see this match conclude in the ring, the stands, the locker room. Heck, it could even end outside the streets.
And on top of that, it's worth noting that anything is legal in this match, guys. The only rule is there are no rules.
They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts.
Oh, shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap. Nailed it.
Guys, the most important thing for a superstar to remember in a Falls Count Anywhere match is that anything goes. And I do mean anything.
I hope someone uses you as a weapon, Saxton.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
As Byron mentioned, anything goes in this one, which means we're likely to see a liberal use of weaponry here tonight.
Yeah, keep in mind, Cole, the fact that there's no disqualification also means that anybody can interfere, and there's no...
Look at Shawn Michaels. Get
HB Shizzle! Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
Sweet chin music.
Boom!
He's got him covered. This guy just refuses to quit.
Yeah, but he's hurt, guys.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Shane McMahon turns it around. Shawn Michaels gets out of that one. Nice move.
You know, I'd say the Falls Count Anywhere match was popularized back in the Attitude Era, but before that, I remember Pat Patterson and Sergeant Slaughter's famous 1981 alley fight, which many consider to be the precursor to Falls Count Anywhere.
HB the sharpshooter cinched in.
Shane absorbing a lot of punishment here.
As Byron mentioned, the Pat Patterson-Sergeant Slaughter alley fight had many of the elements of a Falls Count Anywhere match. Most notably, I'd say, was the heavy weapon usage.
Yeah, that match had everything from cowboy boots.
That has got to be it.
In case you're keeping score, that's twice, Byron. When it comes to Falls Count Anywhere matches, for my money, there are few better than the November 2016 battle between Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks.
A quick reversal by Shane McMahon.
Speaking of that classic Charlotte-Sasha encounter Corey mentioned, we should add that it was the first time ever that the Women's Championship changed hands in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
And guys, I will never forget the image of Charlotte tapping out to that unique bank statement in the crowd, surrounded by the WWE Universe.
Well, guys, the referee should have it relatively easy here tonight because, as you know, in a Falls Count Anywhere match, anything goes.
If the champ loses the title here tonight, it won't be from lack of conditioning. Talk about being in phenomenal shape.
Hard to argue your take on this match, Michael. When there are no rules to enforce, the official's sole responsibility in a match like this is to simply declare the victor.
Yeah, the referee may only have one job, but I'm still willing to bet he finds a way to mess it up.
Shawn Michaels doing what he loves to do.
Over the years, guys, I'd say we've come to expect Shane McMahon to do some crazy things in the ring, but I don't think anybody expected to see him leap off the top of the cell at WrestleMania 32.
Oof!
Boom! Knocked him right off his feet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Look out! Boom!
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Focusing more on Shane's...
Not now. Not now. No.
That's a combination. Bam!
Is there nothing Shane McMahon can't do?
That seemingly came out of nowhere.
Shane O'Mac putting his jiu-jitsu training to work. Wow. If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will.
Well, you can't fight if you can't breathe.
When this guy's on, and he somehow frees himself from the hold.
I guess it's going to take more than that to put him away here tonight.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Well, guys, the referee should have it relatively easy here tonight because, as you know, in a Falls Count Anywhere match, anything goes.
Uh-oh!
Suicide dive! Looking for the finish.
He's teetering on the edge here.
Hard to argue your take on this match, Michael. When there are no rules to enforce, the official's sole responsibility in a match like this is to simply declare the victor.
Yeah, the referee may only have one job, but I'm still willing to bet he finds a way to mess it up.
Whack! Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Real quick, in case we have any newbies watching, a Falls Count Anywhere match means that this contest can literally end anywhere. Simple, right? Even Saxton can... You guys take requests. We're tuning up the band. Sweet chin music.
Boom! Shane absorbed in a pin attempt.
Haters of Shawn Michaels, get used to what you're seeing.
Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that one.
Look at him go. He ain't playing here. He's getting it done here. Every single minute of this one was memorable.
Here is your winner and the new European champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Wow, huge pinfall win here tonight.
You know, it didn't happen often, but I can attest, being pinned is humiliating.
Wow, just wow. I'm speechless. What an amazing match.